For what purpose does the gentleman from Colorado seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules and pass H.R. 3375.
The clerk will report the title of the bill.
H.R. 3375, a bill to designate the community-based outpatient clinic of the Department of Veterans Affairs to be constructed at 3141 Centennial Boulevard, Colorado Springs, Colorado, as the PFC Floyd Lindstrom Department of Veterans Affairs Clinic.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from Colorado, Mr. Lamborn, and the gentleman from South Carolina, Mr. Clyburn, will each control 20 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Colorado.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend their remarks on H.R. 3375.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of H.R. 3375, which would name the Department of Veterans Affairs Community-Based Outpatient Clinic at 3141 Centennial Boulevard in Colorado Springs, Colorado, the PFC Floyd Lindstrom Department of Veterans Affairs Clinic. We are here today to honor the life and sacrifice of Private First Class Floyd Lindstrom by naming a new VA community-based outpatient clinic in southern Colorado after him. PFC Lindstrom was raised by his mother in Colorado Springs, which is part of the 5th Congressional District that I am honored to represent. There he spent much of his youth working summers on the Stratton farm and playing basketball. As a young man, he delivered fruit and produce between California and Colorado while helping to support his mother and sister. Just after his 30th birthday, PFC Lindstrom answered the nation's call to serve by enlisting in the United States Army on June 22, 1942. He was trained as a machine gunner assigned to 2nd Platoon, H Company, 3rd Battalion, 7th Infantry Regiment of the 3rd Infantry Division, and arrived in North Africa in the early months of 1943. That's when my father was also in North Africa. On July 12, 1943, PFC Lindstrom's convoy was in Sicily and came under attack from enemy aircraft when he saw an out-of-control truck heading for a friendly, dismounted soldier. Noticing that the soldier was unaware of the threat, Lindstrom abandoned the safety of his protective cover and redirected the truck, saving his fellow soldier's life. For these actions, Lindstrom was awarded the Silver Star, but this wasn't the only time he displayed extraordinary heroism and selfless sacrifice. On November 11, 1943, PFC Lindstrom's unit was providing machine gun support for a rifle company attacking a hill near Mignano, Italy, when a German counterattack forced friendly forces to retreat to a defensive position. Lindstrom demonstrated complete fearlessness in the face of almost certain death by single-handedly assaulting and knocking out an enemy machine gun position. That display of aggressive spirit and conspicuous gallantry was credited with breaking up the counterattack, and Lindstrom was subsequently nominated for the Medal of Honor. And I would like to read the last sentence from the citation for PFC Lindstrom when he received his Medal of Honor. His spectacular performance completely broke up the German counterattack. PFC Lindstrom demonstrated aggressive spirit and complete fearlessness in the face of almost certain death. And Mr. Speaker, at this time I'd like to introduce into the record the citation for his Medal of Honor. Thank you. Following that event, PFC Lindstrom was given the option of staying with his fellow soldiers or taking a significantly safer assignment as a guard far removed from enemy lines. Consistent with his previous actions, Lindstrom refused to put his own safety ahead of his fellow soldiers and chose to remain with his unit. Less than 3 months later, he was killed during a German counterattack at Anzio, Italy. On April 20th, 1944, PFC Lindstrom was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor for his courageous actions near Mignano. He is now interred in Evergreen Cemetery in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The new VA community-based outpatient clinic in Colorado Springs is set to open in the next few months and was only made possible through many years of hard work by the veterans of Southern Colorado and the support of my colleagues here in Congress. The new facility will double the size of existing clinics while providing health care that is more comprehensive and convenient to the veterans of Southern Colorado. It is only fitting for the new clinic to be named after one of Colorado Springs and the nation's greatest heroes. I can think of no one more deserving of this honor than Private First Class Floyd K. Lindstrom. It is my pleasure to offer H.R. 3375, and I am grateful for the leadership and support of the VA Committee Chairman Jeff Miller, Ranking Member Michaud, and the entire Colorado delegation. I ask my colleagues to join me in honoring this great hero by supporting this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves the balance of his time.